I couldn't think of a skit idea. So here's my dog, Velma. Isn't she pretty? New Bruin, I'm gonna injure it. Low quality fans of a heavily injured but still high quality, but still also kind of playing like dog shit, but also high quality Bruins team. Not a dub. That one stings. That one stings, but that is a well-deserved L. That was not a game that we deserved to win. And I know we had a higher expected goal share and all that nonsense, but this was not a game we should have won. It's not. We had some bad bounces that really sunk us, but there were a lot of other things that you could look at in this game. Special teams. I mean, shouldn't say special teams, just the power play. A couple individual performances. Some bad injury luck, which is getting fucking worse. I hate losing to the Capitals, man. I really do. And I just said earlier that no team is actually dirty. There's not a crest you put on your chest that says, hey, we're a dirty team. But the Capitals have a plethora of dirty players. Coming from a guy who has players on his team that he supports that cross the line sometimes too. They just cross the line more, is all I'm saying. I'm just saying they cross the line more. I'm biased. Leave me alone. I'm just biased. Leave me alone. Fuck them. 6-4-0 in their last 10. That's the Capitals. They have no Backstrom, so they're dealing without one of their top dogs. And they are not great at any one particular thing. They're also not terrible at any one particular thing, other than faceoffs, I think. This team is going to make the playoffs. Most teams would like to play them first. I see why. A little bit better of an effort, and I think we are the better team by a decent margin over the Capitals. Last year says so too. All that being said, I hate losing to the Capitals, man. I just hate it. Olmark gets the start. He had a weird one. He deserved a way better save percentage than he had, but it was a bit of a roller coaster game for him because he had some weird moments. Pasta and Lindholm still out. Forbort is going to be paired with Mac. Interesting. It's going to go Grizz Carlo and then Riley Brown. What a grouping. What a grouping. That means Clifton will sit. McLaughlin's going to stay on the second line. Everything else remains the same. I don't have a lot of other notes before the game, and I don't want to talk about the game, but we're going to. 7 minutes in. Puck drops. Like, comment, subscribe. Short Shift Pod. All of it. Frantic. Puck drops. 7 minutes in. The Bees have looked great. We looked so good. We looked so good to start this game. In fact, throughout most of the first 40 minutes, we looked like the better team for the most part. Third line gets to work. The second line just hemmed them into their zone. Third line comes out. It's a shot from the point. Deflects off Howla. Hits Vanacek. Vanacek can't handle it. Bounces back. I can't believe Vanacek did not look good this game. I cannot believe we only got 2 goals against that guy right now. Anyway, puck bounces back out. Freddie turns his foot. Hits off his foot. Goes in the net. Wave it off. That's a kicking motion. I actually do think it was a kicking motion. I'm going to zag a little bit here. Everyone's zigging, saying, how is that kicking? He turns his foot, but you can see him also flick his foot forward. It's the forward motion that gets me with that. It looks to me like he pushed forward. That's a kicking motion. It was also waved off initially, so it's close enough for me to go with the call on the ice. I was okay with this being waved off. Bummer, but I was okay with it. But we also continue to be a good team in the first. It's not like it deflated us. Unfortunately, about 9 minutes into the period, Grizz is going to go down the tunnel. I didn't see exactly what had happened to him, but he would not return upper body injury. Every time we play the Capitals, we walk away with an injury. It feels like, at least. Just brutal. 8:13 left. Down. High stick. Brown. So we're going to go to the power play. Edzo immediately talks about how Brown got away with some cross checks when all he really did was, push him into the wall with the stick, which every player does on every play against the wall. But Edzo, he's going to just talk about how the Bruins get away with everything. We're going to go to the power play. It's terrible. 1:47 left. Late fucking hit by Orlov on McLaughlin. It's not egregious. He doesn't pile drive him. But McLaughlin clears the puck down, gets it deep. Orlov comes through and continues to take full number. McLaughlin goes right into the boards. That's going to get called. Immediately, Edzo goes, well, there's not a lot there. Like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. God, I hate Edzo. I really, really, really do. Anyway, power play. We do jack shit with it again. I hate our power play. I'm going to have a fun little stat. I'll tell you the stat right now. 6 of our last 46 power plays we've scored goals on. That's not very good. That's not very good. I'm not asking for 50%. I'm really not. But that's not very good. Period's going to end 0-0. I need to check notes for this because I'm still confused about what just happened. And I wrote a fucking novel, but I'm not going to read it all out to you. Second period starts. And I'm not really sure what happened here. Because Sherry has the puck in the high slot, basically against the blue line. And he's going to pass it to Carlson. Now, this is after a Nosek failed clear, so let's drag Nosek into this. And Foligno is slightly to the left, but in front of Sherry. And Sherry passes it. And Foligno looks over to Carlson and doesn't skate. Just, okay, man, you do your thing. Lazar then goes, wait, what the fuck? As the center, now he has to try to get over, doesn't get there in time. Carlson goes, thank you, ma'am, and continues to skate forward, takes a bunch of space, rips the shot. Here's what also happened. Kuznetsov is in front of Ullmark, and yes, Ullmark's stick does get moved by Kuznetsov. Not goaltender interference, not enough to wave that off. I didn't think, at least. Yeah, there's that contact there. But what happened right before the shot, which gave Carlson a whole half of the net to shoot at, is Ullmark peers around the right side of Kuznetsov and moves his body. He skates away to try to get a visual on Carlson around the opposite side. It was just, I think he made an instinctual choice and then committed to that choice for too long. Because then Carlson, not only did he get that pass in all the free space because everyone just went, nah, you're fine, you're good. Only led the league in defensive scoring a couple years back or whatever. I think he did. Yeah, he definitely did. He walks up, and Ullmark just gives him half the net. 1-0, just like that. I have no clue what the plan was there from anyone involved. And the fourth line was our best line in this game. But this was atrocious. Nosek failing the clear. Foligno doing fuck all, I don't even know what. And then Ullmark just giving up half the net. I did not understand it. Give me your takes in the comments because I don't know what happened there. Anyway, moving on. McAvoy gets tripped 15-14. That's 3 straight power plays we're going to have. Absolutely not. We're going to get jack shit out of it. So good job by us. 3 minutes later, Lazar is going to get a bounce. It's Nosek attempting to feed the slot after a board battle. Gets deflected, goes to Foligno. Foligno comes down on Vanacek, and Vanacek commits and comes out and comes out and comes out. And Foligno just wraps around him, but doesn't go around the net and flings it back up behind Vanacek. And luckily, Lazar beats the other 2 Capitals sticks and is able to punch it in. It's a workman's goal. It is 1-1. Great. Good. A lot of people getting all excited for Foligno. Great. Good. I don't want to be this guy on Twitter, but I'm going to do it here. People are talking about like Foligno finally earning his spot. He got 1 point. And yes, he had a decent game, but he was still dragging ass on a lot of plays. That has not changed my whole perspective on him being not good this year. I want him to be good, but it's like everyone's, he had a primary assist. He's good at hockey. What? Nick Ritchie, who we shoved out of town last year, had a bunch of goals that we just were like, woo! It was off his ass. It went in. Da-da-da. And every passing game that he scored, I was still like, yeah, but this guy's a total liability everywhere else on the ice. He's just getting lucky bounces. Foligno, I'm really glad he got the primary assist, and I'm glad that he's doing something. But he still was the third worst guy, or the third best guy. You see what I mean? The third best guy on that line, and was still slow-footed everywhere else. And the fourth line was our best line today. It's a weird mix. They're not taking him out after this game. They're not taking him out even if this game sucked again. But I just found it weird that everyone suddenly swapped. They're just like, hey, great player. Just weird. I don't get it. Exactly 1 minute after that goal, though, McAvoy is going to jump into the neutral zone to disrupt a pass. He's going to collect. He's going to shove it forward to Howla. Howla's going to take the left side, go into the left circle. As he crosses that line, he winds up an absolute howitzer, blasts this far post and in. Vanacek doesn't have a chance. It's 2-1. Just like that. Just like that, we're taking this game back over. And you feel a dub coming. And then we just stopped playing. Just stopped. 5 minutes left in the period. Couldn't happen to a nicer player. Eller is a shot from the point. Wilson, Forbort battling in front of Olmark. Olmark makes the initial save. This was, if you wanted to convince someone that people rigged games, I do not think that's happening, by the way. But if you want to convince someone that players are like on the books for somebody, Olmark makes the save and looks away. He thought that it bounced to his right. But in the moment when you watch in slow motion, makes a save, it falls in front of him. He lifts up his left leg to give Wilson a perfect just smack it through my legs. And that's 2-2 because Wilson beat Forbort in the battle in front, which I'm really not super upset at Forbort because, I mean, Wilson is really good at that, but brutal. If Olmark could track that puck, that doesn't go in. He at least covers it or keeps his legs closed. I don't know. That was one of 2 brutal moments for Olmark. Everything else, he had a plethora of incredible saves. The guy was all over it. And I think he deserved a better statistical output in this game. So it's 2-2. Third period is going to start, and we are going to get outplayed basically the entire period. 3 minutes in, though, McAvoy grimacing on the bench after taking a hit. Or dealing a hit. It was kind of a weird... It was him dealing a hit, but it was a weird leg contact. It's getting bad, man. Lazar tripped by Van Riemsdyk, and we're going to go to the power play. 3 minutes in. And we do jack shit with it. Again. It feels like we're trying to lose. Hall, great move. Opens up a cross-slot pass to Marchand. Marchand has a wide open net, just has to get it around a couple players in front of him. Manages to hit Nick Dowd in the back of the leg, who wasn't even looking at him. So it stays 2-2. We do nothing with the power play. We're 0 for 4 in the game. We had 4 straight. And you know that eventually we're going to start getting calls against us. It was not game management, though. These were legitimate calls. 8:18 in, and this is just bad luck. Eller's just along the left wall, spins off a Forbort, chucks it into the slot, and before it even gets to the slot, Howla is there. It deflects off his skate and beats Olmark with a pinpoint top blocker corner shot. That's just bad luck. 3-2, they take the lead. 8:17 left. We just gave up back-to-back breakaways. Olmark makes saves on both of them. Great. Hall trips Oshie. They were talking about embellishment, and by they, I mean the players were like, they were trying to point to the ref and everything, because he jumped. I think he was literally trying to jump over the stick so that he could keep the play going. I didn't think that was too much embellishment. I think that was a very legitimate trip. But we kill it, which is great, and after the kill, we get a breakaway. Hall, on a breakaway, takes a fist in the back of the head. It was a weird cross-check, but it was the glove to the back of the head that actually got him, knocks him down, and a no call. Now look, we've had 4 calls to 1 in this game. I'm not going to start complaining about the refs right now. Were they bad? They absolutely were. They missed a ton of shit that happened on both ends. But this has to get called because it's a breakaway, and you stop the breakaway by hitting the guy in the back of the head. In what world is that not called? That was the strangest moment. Anyway, so we're gonna continue to be losing. 4:42 left, Freddie for hooking. We kill it. We do nothing with the 6-on-5. Empty net goes to Ovi. It's 4-2. That's your game. That's your game. Game notes! All eyes on Grizz now. That's another defenseman that we're missing at the moment. I know there's a lot of negative talk about Grizz and how healthy he stays and everything. That doesn't reflect on the guy as a person. Please keep the comments based on, man, I just hope he can stay healthy. Man, it frustrates me how he can't stay healthy. Like, I get that. But when the comments start to bleed into he's soft and things like, it's a human body, man. I mean, if you've been injured in a sport, which I think a lot of you guys have played at some point, you know that you're not really in control of that. It's not because you're soft. It's because your body got hurt. Not a lot you can do about that sometimes. So let's just keep those comments based on the play. Not the player. Am I making sense? I might not be making sense. 6 for 46 on our last 46 of 46 power play. Our power play sucks right now. And it sucked for a while earlier, and then it was hot for a bit. Our power play is bad, and I don't care that the statistics say we're top 10 in the league. We have a bad power play. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know how to fix it. I'm going to be a guy who complains about it and doesn't fix it right now. Third period, once again, we got smashed. We got caved in the third period. Is this a representation of the health of the team? Having some younger guys in the lineup, lacking guys on the back end? Or is this a pattern that we should now start kind of getting concerned about? I'm not concerned yet, but I'm definitely going to have my eye on it next couple of games. All right, guys, it does it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. I kind of had to rush a little bit here, mostly because this game sucked and I didn't want to talk about it, but also I have an event to go to that I am going to be late for. So I have to go. Looking forward to next episode. I can't even remember who the Bees are playing. That's okay. That's fine. Everyone's fine. Go Bees!